All right, guys, good morning. Good morning. Welcome aboard to the Morning Note. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of GAR Capital. It is Wednesday, June 21st, 2023. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to join me this morning and every morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the YouTube channel. If you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our videos. Like and comment your questions. We'd love to answer them. Let's go ahead and get started. Dow futures down about 98 points. We just had an excerpt of what Powell will say in front of the House Financial Services Committee. He'll be testifying in front of the House of Representatives, talking about monetary policy, talking about the Fed policy, inflation, all that good stuff. So again, he did talk about that we're probably going to, or he's saying that the Fed is going to raise rates towards the end of the year, that they still have a long way to go to meet their 2% inflation target. So the Nasdaq and the market does not like that. The Nasdaq's down about 0.36%. S&P 4422 down 0.28%. We did have S&P 500 long yesterday on the future side. We took it for, let's see the entry. We took it yesterday because the close wasn't that great. So we took 12 points. We got as high as 23 points on S&P. So we closed it at 44.32. A good setup. I think that it was good to take the snack. The close wasn't the best, so we just took that there. So well done, futures team. Russell 2000 futures 1881 currently. The VIX is down 1.15%. We do have a gap to fill at 1356. So again, I probably expect us to bounce a little bit here. I'm trying to see if maybe we can tag 4400 or maybe this 200 1 hour MA, which is 4407. If that tags and holds, I definitely want to go ahead and buy long futures and target 44.60 again, see if we can snatch 60 points, maybe another 20 points on ES. Not a bad deal. NASDAQ futures and ES, S&P 500 futures are not the same. So sometimes we may get like 200, 300 points on NASDAQ. Really the max you'll get on the S&P 500 futures really on a swing is maybe 100. And that's if you're lucky and you catch it. So usually 20 to 30 is not a bad kind of move. 50 would be great on S&P, but obviously you have 15,193 versus 4421. The points are going to differentiate just a tad, obviously. The dollar index up 0.04%, 10-year treasury yields bouncing 3.756. Crude oil is green, 71.32. Gasoline futures $2.58, down about 0.1% this morning. Gold 19.38, down about 0.47%. Again, Powell's making the dollar firm up a little bit with that hawkish rhetoric of raising more rates. Silver down 1.42%. Copper down about 0.33% at $3.87. Euro dollar 109.20, pretty much flat. Dollar yen 141.91. We traded that last week. Pound dollar 127.29. Highest UK inflation in, let me see here. I have the data on the UK number. I know I had it here. Let me go make sure. Okay, so we got a couple of news here. UK house prices rise for the first time since September. And US core inflation has risen 7.1% to the highest in 31 years. Quote, it is looking increasingly likely that we will require a recession to get the inflation genie back in the bottle. And then UK net debt hits highest level in more than 60 years, topping 100% of GDP. That's why the pound is down a little bit, but it should be down a little more. I'm surprised. We're getting a little bit of a bounce. 127.29. I don't like trading the pound a lot because it's very, very volatile. I do like euro dollar, pound, euro dollar, dollar yen, and dollar Canadian dollar. Bitcoin is bouncing again, talking about the ETF with Citadel Securities. I believe they're working on a Bitcoin fund or some kind of ETF. So again, names like Mara, Riot, those names, Bitcoin proxies, they're going to go. And we went ahead and actually traded Mara yesterday. Let's take a look at it. So let's take a look at the watch list and charts when we put out that Mara chart. Thanks to Nick for that push, for that chart here. 1069 was the fib line that I have. So, and we could see that was a target that we have been trying to trade for a while. We finally got the break. So take a look at the daily. This was the level 1065 to 1059. We had a gap to fill. That was our target. We filled it. 11. We're now at 1218. Our signal for the Mara trade was the 11 and a halves. And again, you can see 1144 was the target. Now we're breaking above it. Here's the signal on it. Let me see if Mara hit 130. Mara hit 100%. You can see 61% there. I held Mara for a bag. You can see we got there. Our entry price was 31 cents. Got 100% on it. I closed in and left a runner. The actual signal for Mara was 31 cents. $11, 11 and a half calls for 623 this week. So well done. We got that. And then we also traded Tesla. So let's go and take a look. Tesla is up this morning. And again, say here on Tesla, filled that daily gap, now breaking above the 382 fib of 265.09. Target is 283.43. $3 is very possible over the medium term. Let's see if we can ride the momentum. About 13K in volume on the 280 contracts. That's our target, 283.43. I'll go ahead and send it out here. You can see it. 283.43. We are up this morning. We were up at 279.54 pre-market. There was a downgrade on Tesla from Barclays, but again, I'm still holding this position. 283.43 is my target. We should get in the money, maybe if Powell doesn't ruin anything. But here, that does the breakdown on Tesla. Here is the signal on Tesla. The 280 calls 623 at $2.98. And we did get at 40%, $4.15, $2.98. And it continued to go. At the end of the day, I got to around 63%. I'm still holding, but 55%, as you can see on Tesla. So two right off the rip, well done. We needed it. So let's see if we have more opportunities today. See if we can trade some futures. Maybe we get a chance at Forex, or maybe we could take a look at some options. Micron long term, I don't like Micron long term. I think AMD, I think Taiwan Semiconductors or Nvidia are your best bets over MU. I think MU is great to trade, but not to own. In terms of looking at this, there's really nothing here that I would want to trade on Micron. I believe they were price upgraded today. There is a gap to fill here at 71. So again, we can always trade it. I'm all for it. But let's see if we can get above, let's see, we're at 68.65 on that fib line. Let's see if we can redo it. This thing is, let's go ahead and start again from the beginning with our fib. So we're going to go ahead and do drawing tools. So we're going to go to drawings. We're going to go to the percentage sign. We'll start from the bottom. If you want to 48.43, and you go all the way to the top here at 98.45, and you can see that again, that 71.56 gap fill. What do we need to get there? What do we exactly need? We need to get above this fib line. So again, I think 68.67 would confirm it. Maybe 69 or 70 would. If you want to do 70, that's okay. I don't hate it. It's just a little too tight in terms of getting yourself a little bit of room. So 71.56 is my target. There is that daily gap. 68.67. We need to get above that 20-day moving average, which is 68.14. Let's go ahead and take a look at Palantir together. Palantir, I still have calls. Let's take a look at the hourly. Again, this trend line has broken, but mostly because of Powell today. And we got a little bit, we were actually green pre-market, now we're flat. So again, Palantir likes to move. We know that. It's a very volatile name. I'm still holding these calls. We had a nice pop yesterday to 1690. I don't like this daily candle at all, but again, we need to see exactly what we get. 1468 is support. That's your 20-day MA. If that holds, then again, we can always play the 16 calls for a bounce. If not, we're just going to wait for this here at 1711. That's what we're looking for on Palantir, and also had some nice volume this morning. Let's go and take a look at S&P 500 and kind of sliding back. We took it for some profit. Keep an eye on 4400 to 4407. See if we get a bounce. Again, most dips have been bought. And in terms of NQ, we're looking around 15,000. 1573 is your 200-day on the 200 MA on the 1 hour. I'll put that as an alert to begin and see if we can catch something there. AMD short levels, let's see it. 115.81. If that does break, we got a little more down to 109.51. Again, guys, we're embracing the pullbacks. We need it. I'm all for us soaring to new all-time highs, but we want a structured bull market where you get some pullbacks, holding support, and then continuing to roll up steady and surely. Don't want manias. That doesn't sustain, that doesn't last. So great trade on Mara, great trade on Tesla. Let's see what we get in terms of Palantir and Nike. Nike was price upgraded today, and you can see that it's pretty much down a couple of cents. We do have a gap to fill at 113.52. It's got to hold at 108.60. that is your support. As you can see, if that does break down, then more than likely it's going to be tougher to get this bounce. The worst part is that we were up 30% on Friday. The last time we closed something at 30% a little too early, Caterpillar soared. Tesla soared 3 weeks ago. So again, it's kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. You kind of really have to play on the technicals. We still have a gap to fill at 116.84. There was tons of volume on Nike yesterday as well. On the 116s, about 5,000 in vol. So it may not look like it's great now, but we have to give it some time. Give it a little bit of breathing room. We've seen this before, and we'll more than likely see it again. So we'll keep an eye on what Powell has to say today, and we'll go from there. So real quick, we would love to have you on our server, like I talked about yesterday, www.gar.capital. Again, I put out all the pre-market goodness here, calendars, updates on what the stocks are moving, what we're watching, and also some analyst ratings. So we'd love to have you on board. It is free for all on the blog. So www.gar.capital. Go under pricing, go under free plan. That's where you'll be. You will be on the free market blog. Give us a shot. See if you like us. And if you don't, you can always walk away. And if you do, you can always sign up for our Signal service and any other service that we provide. Thank you guys so much for your time as always. I know a short morning note, but it's a short week. So again, any questions, feel free to comment them on the YouTube channel or on this video. I'll do my best to answer it at the best of my abilities. Have a great rest of your morning and have a happy Trading Wednesday. We will see you tomorrow for the next morning note. Cheers.